professional.
Odanga, for a very long time, it's been said that politics is a dirty game. Stay away from it, you know. And it is through such notion that you find good individuals who want to get to these positions have stayed away because it's been labeled as a bad game, you know. We're talking about young people here wanting to change the game. But to be able to change this game, it has to be done through political parties and proper organizing, you know what I mean? So are we seeing young people organizing themselves to get into these political parties, take these positions and take the agenda down to the people to explain why they're running, why they are a good alternative, and how they're coming to change the game? Because what Njeri is highlighting will not change if good individuals do not get into these political spaces to change the story. Are these conversations the young people are having, or are young people only there to be used and be dropped immediately after the elections?
Thank you for that question. Maybe before I respond to it, I wanted to, she had asked about where is the problem? And I think I would say the problem is we, the young people. I wouldn't blame much of the political class because when you're trying to fight a system, you need to understand your own standing. I think to add up to what you are saying, we young people, I will say there's a scholar who said the African voter is the most corrupt voter. Yeah, to an extent, we put our demands out there and we still expect those people to meet the demands. But those people have already bought us even before they get into power. And the question we are asking about, are young people participating in political parties? That is a very critical question because we've seen majority of our fellow young people do not understand the process. You see, in life, you cannot do away with principles. In election, you have to be in a political party, you have to participate, you have to either be a candidate, an aspirant. Look at how we got into the Gen Z mandamano that almost brought this country to a stop. And from that, personally, and even other like-minded, we thought by that we will see a robust engagement of young people around political parties. But you see, we had this adage of we are tribeless, we are partyless, and all those kind of stuff. You cannot change a system over a day. Something that has been there over time, you have to build stamina to be able to counter it. And the only way young people are going to make this count is if we participate in political parties, by being members, by being aspirants, and by being officials. Because this election will be done in a polling station. This election will not be done on space. This election will not be done on the road during Mandamano. We have to go online and make it count. And for us to get the right leaders, even in the National Assembly, we have to vote our fellow young people or vote in even the other age groups who understand what we want as a nation. I think from where we are, I will say we are yet as young people to understand that election is a process. A process in the essence that we have to belong to political parties. We have to influence the decisions that are taken there for us to actively participate on the election. I still see young people waiting to be, told, come out and register as voters. And a good example is look at the 2022 election. A whole 7 million young people did not vote in the election. If you look at the IBC statistics.
Maybe if they were to vote, they would have their own president.
Yes. And right now we have close to 2 to 2.3 who are registering as voters. So that is coming to about 9 or 10 million. That is a group that if they decided they want to change the politics of this country, they will vote in young leaders. We'll see our sister here Njeri being voted in as women rep. We'll see all the way to the top. But you see, still the way how we are mobilized. These people have first ensured that young people, because of, as a nation, we have not done so much in terms of industrialization, in terms of job creations. So most young people do not have jobs. And all they do is they are now mobilized politically, come, we are going to give you handouts. And in the essence of that, it changes their decision and their power to vote. So I think what we should be doing now is to encourage young people to register as voters, to ensure they belong to political parties. If you ask many of them, they will tell you they are not in any political party. Some of them have been registered in different political parties and they're not even aware. They don't even know the political party they belong in. Such a person may not make a sound decision by the time they get to the polling station. because he's not belonging to any ideology of any political party. He's not participating in that election. It is easy for such a person to be given 100 shilling on the voting day, and he will vote in whoever has given him that money. And that's why I've said we will still get back to the same problem.
Okay.
So we need to build a culture of people understanding the politics is not dirty. It's only dirty if you do not understand the process. Because even in this same nation, we have good leaders who we see making headlines, doing one or two in terms of changing their societies. So it is us understanding, do we really love our country? And if we love our country, then we'll be concerned, do I belong to a political party? For instance, I'm a young person, I'm an SG of a Ghana political party, and there's a way we are trying to align ourselves to ensure, are we giving young people the space to belong to our party, to vie with our party? Because like I told you, you can never win on the street. You can never win on space. No matter how much you do here, we have to now go to the battlefield, which is the polling station. And that entails being a member of a political party so that you understand and you have an ideology. Then you vote in somebody who, when he's in office, you will hold them accountable and say, when you are campaigning, this is the ideology you told us.
Okay.
But if you are left on the street and, you are left on the mano level, we may not really remove the system. We may not really change anything because we have not